What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another adventure. I'm just so grateful for life. Every day that I wake up, honey, is a new day. I'm telling you, and it's just like every day is like a birthday for me sometimes. So, I did a little self care day because I needed to get my hair done. And I went to Medina. Now, I did call a shop and I asked them like for the price of it for hair braiding. And the shop was trying to charge me 600 dirham for the labor, and then I think the hair was like 300, so that was like 900 dirham, which is, let's say, about 90 something USD. Now I know how much I should pay, right? Y'all might be like, oh, you being cheap or whatever because it costs $200 and $300 in the States or whatever. Well, I don't know who started that dumb stuff up because really it shouldn't even be charging that much. So I know the normal price in Senegal, I pay, it should be maybe like 25, between 25 and $30. So here in Morocco, they have the Senegalese market. So, usually it used to be cheaper because somebody told me you can even get your hair braided for 100 dirham, which is like $10, $11. And I was like, okay, yeah, I don't think that's the price because you got inflation now. So, anyways, when I went through the market, they was trying to charge me, I want to say, the first lady said, she said 300 dirham, and I was like, no, because I knew it was too high. Like, you already got the price high because I come in speaking proper English, right? So then I went to the next place and they wasn't ready. So I just went to the next place and she said 500 dirham, and I really literally walked off. So she chased me. Now, one thing about a Senegalese, they ain't gonna let no money go. Okay, they're gonna be like, how much do you want to pay? Yes, because at the end of the day, I was probably her only client for that day, so she wanted to make some money. So I was like, okay. So she came down on that price. It went from 500 to 250 dirham. Sure did. And I had my own hair, so I wasn't charged for hair. So yeah, I got my hair braided for 250, which is like 25, $27. And yes, I did give her a tip. And what I just want to say, ladies, the reason why things are inflated for us sisters is because when you go to other countries, don't be like flaunting and talking about oh, it was so cheap and it was so, yeah, you doing all of that. And now the next time somebody go, it ain't going to be so cheap because they going to rob you. Like, don't inflate the prices so high to where now the people like, no, I want to pay the price. Don't treat me different because I'm not one of the ones, um, boasting about, oh, how cheap it is. Yes, we know how cheap it is. You ain't got to tell everybody. Like, just enjoy your cheap hairdo for the day and keep it moving. So I got to the shop at about, or I got to the market at about 3:30, 3:30 p.m. My hair was already washed. They did another little quick blow dry, and I was out of there at 6:30. And they didn't even start at exactly 3:30. They probably ain't start till 4. But um the main girl, she was from Ivory Coast, honey, and she was coasting through that hair. The Senegalese lady, she was just running her mouth because it was a whole lot going on in that market. When I tell you, you will be entertained, you will be entertained. Now, for some people, y'all probably be like, I ain't gonna sit up in here. You got two options. You can sit inside of the market or you can sit outside. There's another side of Medina where the Moroccan side is, they still have the Senegalese girls like sitting outside if you don't feel comfortable sitting inside the market. Because I ain't gonna lie, like they have like their little shops and they try to keep it clean or whatever. But it's an experience. I mean, I've been to many markets before, so I'm kind of used to it. But for some, y'all probably wouldn't even dare. But don't cancel it out altogether, because if you don't want to come inside the market, there's an option where you can just kind of sit outside and get your hair braided on the other side. But I brought my own hair with me. I usually try to pack my own hair because the hair is expensive in when you come across those waters. And I don't even really know why, because I'm like, I mean, China does a lot of business in the motherland, so why is it so inflated for their stuff? Like, I just don't get it. Now, I do realize that I guess Morocco has connects with France and some other European countries or whatever. So you can get some good prices on things here versus when you go down to the west side. But all to say, I just like to bring my own stuff. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. After I got my hair done, I went and took a little stroll and tried to find me something to eat, but I ain't really want that. I ended up going back to my Airbnb and relaxing. So this was my self-care day. Just remember, some few tips. You can bring your own hair, negotiate the price, and always leave a tip. But don't be like, oh, that's too cheap, and just go overboard with it, because you're going to mess it up for the others, ladies. And I only say that because some of us are actually living abroad, whereas for visitors, you guys y'all don't mind paying the extra because you can go back and you can make your USD and, be going on with life as usual. But for people that are trying to, set up shop in other countries or whatever, like you can go broke with that American or Western mentality because the money doesn't flow like that. And then the people in other countries are hungry. You know what I mean? So they will use you, take advantage of you, get your little money or whatever. You be like, oh, it ain't that much, but it all adds up. So it's just important to keep that in mind. But I hope you enjoyed the vlog.